So if you are doing CS degree, listen to me because I can share you what subject I would pay more attention because I ended my CS degree in like 2 months ago. So I can tell you what you need to pay attention more to. And these are some of the subjects that I would definitely pay more attention to. So the first one is software engineering. Basically, when you are learning the software engineering in your school, they are teaching you something like how to develop the software using some kind of V model or agile and stuff like that. And it is really good to know because you can use it and build your own software or use it in your job to like develop features and parts of the software that you are working on using some kind of methodology. And nowadays with AI, it's really essential. So that is the first thing from the subject that I would take on, like really learn these concepts of how to develop software step by step, like deeply. And the second thing that I would like to tell you is like learning different type of diagrams and like creating diagrams. Like in my opinion, like everything will be in diagrams in the future. So the V model and the waterfall model and the graphs is really essential. You need to really dive deep into it and understand everything. If I could start over, I would definitely pay more attention to this subject. The second subject that I would definitely pay more attention to is computer networks. Like knowing how like computer networks like DNS, ports, IP addresses, certificate authorities, it like really gives you like advantage and you get like the domain knowledge that you can use almost everywhere because everything is almost on the internet, and if the thing is not in the internet, it is probably in like intranet. So everything is on the network, and knowing how like networking works is really essential, and you need to like understand it to like create better software. So if you are studying computer networks and you don't like it, push through it and learn it really like deeply. Understand like the basics, how like the packet goes from one place to another, to like one computer to another computer, like the entire flow, and then the basic protocols, and of course ports, IP addresses, because you will use it when you will even like deploy things. And everybody will be doing everything because AI will be writing most of the code, but the AI can't handle the entire system right now. So knowing these things will really help you. So that was the second subject. The third subject that I would like to share with you is operating systems. Like you need to really understand how Linux works, because when you understand how Linux works, you can really get an advantage in like security. If you know Linux, you can like create more secure application because you know how things works under the hood. So you really understand things and you can like create something that like most of the developers are not like capable of because they've just vibe coded. So I encourage you to pay attention, especially in like operating systems, and learn everything. Like I'm not the type of person that you should learn how like memory works. You should know it, but the essentials is that understanding the concepts behind like the operating systems. So definitely pay attention when you will have operating systems. The fourth one is like knowing algorithms, like knowing the O notation and understanding like how to create fast software is like really essential. Like you need to know it, and you should like probably know like how hash maps works, binary trees, and the rest of the algorithms like quicksort and stuff like that. You should definitely know it. It is not that hard. You can study it in like 2 weeks maybe if you will really lock in and you will just study these algorithms. You can understand them, and then you can like really apply it in the software that you will be writing. So learn the big O notation. That would be another thing that I would definitely pay more attention in school. And the fifth one, this is kind of like completely different. This is automata theory. Basically, the automata is like how Turing machine works and stuff like that. And what I've learned in this subject is that basically the automata is state diagrams, basically how the state works. And when I have this subject, I was like thinking more in like edge cases, because when you have that subject, you will try to like understand everything, so you will not make mistake, and you will think about every possible scenario that can happen. And this same applies in software, but in software it's much harder. But in this automata theory, it will teach you that you need to handle those edge cases. So in this way, you should definitely pay more attention in this like subject. So I will one time tell you, so you should pay more attention in software engineering, computer networks, operating systems, algorithms, and automata theory. Definitely these five subjects will skyrocket your software engineering career. Of course you need to like learn how to code, but it's obvious if you are studying CS you need to know how, like, you need to know Python or C. So I hope that you've learned something from this video. If you learned something, like, you should definitely subscribe, because I will provide more of this like valuable advice that I've like spent 3 years gathering and like thinking about. So when I was like coding. So I can be that person that you will watch, and you will learn from me, because I've made those mistakes and you don't to make the same mistakes again. So definitely, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I hope that see you on the next one. See you, bro.